So, last time, the party with the reinforcements provided by Blackwell decided to storm the lair of this aboleth that had already once pried into Lilith's mind and basically used her against the rest of them. They also geared up a bit with Lilith securing for herself a pretty heavily enchanted helmet that is designed to kind of bolster both offensive and defensive magical abilities pertaining to the mind. But all of that being considered, they made their way back down, confronted the aboleth, ended up fighting it and a number of its thralls, including one of the strange fish folk that they had seen initially so long ago back on their voyage with Malaris on the Umbra. And they succeeded. They killed the entire wave of thralls, and with their new friend Glyn kind of swimming in the water and just thrusting his spear time after time into this thing's body. The aboleth fell with the final resounding crack of Togar's thunder cannon. And as the thing slumped back and just began to float, clearly having passed on in the water, you all saw something kind of shimmer and materialize on the shore of this small underwater or underground body of water. Something resembling a human brain on 4 tiny legs. And at the same time, you heard the grinding of a door opening up somewhere deeper in the chamber off to your left. But nothing has yet emerged from that. So I think technically we left off partway through Togar's turn, as he had taken a shot with the thunder cannon, which killed the aboleth. Then all this stuff happened. So with let's see, with a movement and a bonus action left, what would you like to do, if anything?
How far away am I from this little brain with legs?
Let's see. Let me get you back to the map.
Okay. Oh, I'm very, very near it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna stride on up here next to it, and can I just whip out my dagger and try to stab it
Sure.
with my bonus? A dagger.
Oh, wait, actually,
Am I allowed to do that?
I think...
Cause
Okay, changing weapons is an interesting question, because you did use your action to attack.
yes. Well, I do. I can instantly have the dagger appear in my hand because of the belt.
We're picking up right where we were last week with fiddly little ruling questions here. Let's see.
You punch it in the brain.
Shit. I don't even have. Where the hell? Oh, there it is.
I'll allow it at this point, and if it's an issue, we'll just change it going forward.
Drawing any weapon from the belt is a free action. As the weapon you thought of teleports from the strap to your hand.
Right. Well, that's fine. That's the same as anything else, though. Free action is just like there's still a limit to them.
I gotcha.
So
I mean, I don't have to stab if you don't want me to.
Well, let's see. I think because you pulled out the gun this turn too, right?
I was swimming, so.
So yeah, it would have been this turn. So yeah, no stab.
Okay. Then I'll just run up and punch it.
Okay.
Or can I improvise and like fucking not pistol whip, but like butt smack it with the gun.
Sure. Let's see. Improvised weapons. Do. So go ahead and roll a d20, obviously.
Yep. Never mind. Didn't do it. Or did I?
Yeah, well, let's see. I'll double check, see, because I don't think you add your proficiency because it's an improvised weapon. What's your strength mod?
3.
Okay. All right, so you just miss it.
Okay.
Kind of like skitters around on the ground.
Let's see.
Get
Get back in that
avoiding
aboleth,
your-
you bastard. And that'll be
Try
my.
and jam it back in the hole in the thing.
Yeah, I'll shake my fist and yell at it, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. If this strange little quadrupedal brain had eyes, you get the impression it would probably be looking at you right about now.
Oh boy.
Let's see. So yeah, it kind of peeks at you, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. You just barely succeed.
Thank God. I rolled shit. That was a 5.
Okay. And so you feel, I think in your head you hear the beginning of this like high pitched whine, but you're able to kind of quash it before it's able to bloom into anything potentially harmful.
I kind of like, you see me like digging around in my ear with the finger.
All right. Let's see. Then I think this thing is going to. It's going to try to make a break for it. So, yeah, if you'd like to make another improvised weapon attack. Okay, that'll hit. So then go ahead and roll a d4.
A D4.
You punched it.
Yep.
Yeah, so you
should've
kind of like
punched it.
smack it where a brain's ass would be with the butt of your gun. Maybe even sending it a little further along its path, but you think you did a little bit of damage. As it goes, let me double check how fast.
I feel like it can't go that fast.
You would be surprised. Okay, so that's 10 feet. Come on.
You just hear it. And just.
Yeah,
Meow!
you
It's gone.
you watch as it runs, about 40 feet. Let's see if the token would actually move.
Nope.
It was lagging really bad.
Yeah, okay, so you see it skitter all the way over to the northwestern corner on this map here.
Which
And-
direction did it go?
It went.
This over here?
Yep, over there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I can't see it anymore. So.
Yeah, nobody can.
Alright, and that's going to do it for its turn. And so, at that point, I think you hear a faint bubbling sound emanating from the area like behind you in the cavern. And kind of bubbling up from the ground and taking on various humanoid shapes is this kind of familiar ooze-like substance. So we've got one here, one here, And interestingly enough, you see a copy of Togar bubble up through the ground and stand right there. I'm going to make a quick tweak to the mini here so you're not controlling both of them, because that'd be a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, I can control both, can't I?
At the moment, yeah.
How does it feel to be that powerful?
I don't know. I'm no longer. So do I recognize that is my copy? Like,
I mean, like, once you turn and see it, it's pretty hard to deny that, hey, that looks just like me.
I'm just gonna like point at it, just kind of as a reaction to that. Just like mouth agape, point at it. Just want to see what it does.
Okay. Well, they just seem to have materialized for this turn. Then there's that. And then you hear footfalls emanating from the area of the cavern that the intellect devourer had run off towards. And you see, emerging from presumably the place where this door opened up, a hooded figure. A mass of tentacles hanging down from its face, and both of its eyes aglow with a faint reddish color. And as it comes to a stop outside whatever chamber it seems to have emerged from, you hear more footfalls seemingly following it. And it stops, kind of surveying its surroundings here. And oh, come on, let me see the thing.
Where is this thing at?
To the northwest.
Oh, okay.
Alright. And it kind of surveys the room. Those of you who can actually see it, see this happening.
I mean, of those that can't see it, do we still see glowing eyes?
Probably faintly. I mean, it would be, not functionally visible to you, but you'd have an idea that there's something there with glowy red eyes.
Okay. I mean, we will definitely be able to see the glowy red eyes.
Yeah. And
Okay.
they're not like brake lights, it's just this kind of dull,
No, like,
yeah.
I know humans' eyes dynamic range. If it's there, we can see it.
Yes.
Humans have crazy dynamic range.
Anyway, so you see the eyes kind of sweeping back and forth over the group that's assembled here, including Glyn as he's still kind of splashing and beginning to make his way toward shore. And he says, into your minds, I must say I'm impressed. I would have expected at least one of you to have fallen in that encounter. Well, I suppose that just means you're all the more suitable for our designs. And it then looks over toward I think the noisiest one in the room, who at this point is Glenn. And you see it, those of you who can see it, reach out a hand and make a gesture in his direction. At which point a greenish ray coalesces and shoots in his direction. And roll some stuff. All right. And so this ray shoots directly toward him, impacting his form, and you see the energy seem to like soak into his being. And for a second, it seems like he's just taken this shot and really hasn't. He's not displaying any signs of being worse for wear. And then you see right at the point of impact, his skin begins to turn ashy and dry. And what starts as a small area, probably no more than 2 or 3 inches wide, quickly expands across his form as he seems to dry out. And even as he continues to paddle toward shore, you watch as his form just falls apart, disintegrates.
Rip Glenn.
Maya, what are you doing?
Well, there's these are like the liquid creature things.
Yeah, I think there's probably even a couple familiar forms in the group to you.
I'm just gonna go here, and I'm weird, Eric.
Yeah, I tried to sync you with the torch thing again, and that just didn't work, so let me...
Yeah, I'm not...
Yeah, I know, I can see. Just hold on. Just don't move.
I'm not moving.
Don't do it.
I moved my finger. I'm sorry.
Becca, ugh.
Gosh.
Well, you can't play tonight because you moved your finger.
Yeah.
Okay. You died.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. You think you're gonna live tonight without me?
You cheater.
Yeah. Cheater.
Okay, so go ahead and move yourself to where you want to move.
Okay. I'm better now. Okay.
Yeah, you should be. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and beat up this liquid person. I'm just gonna punch them.
Okay.
I'm hoping a 28 hits.
I'm reasonably sure that a 28 does in fact hit.
Okay, I'm gonna punch him again.
Okay, that also hits.
One more time. Oh, no.
That does not hit.
Not one more time. That was my bonus action. I'm gonna spend a key point and try and do it one more time.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and stun them if I hit.
Yay, stunning strike.
16 hit?
16 does hit. So that's a con save.
Yeah.
Alright. That is taking a long time to roll. That's a 16 on the con save.
It's 15.
Oh.
Easy. Okay.
Valiant effort.
Yeah, I tried.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
All right. Chance, what are you doing?
I feel like I should be able to see the guy over there, but I can't.
What's your dark vision?
60 feet? And just like a dead end right in the corner.
Yeah, mine too.
I can see it. Like it's faint.
I have a 60-foot dark vision as well. I should probably be able to see.
I wonder if the scaling is off.
Because I can see out
Well,
to about
see.
40 feet out, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine because that's where the wall is. The let me just show you guys something real quick. So like, come on, do the thing. Yeah, no, it's just not gonna do the thing. Well, anyway, can you see? Wait. Can you see that ping?
No.
Can you see that? Wait, it's not pinging. Ping, damn you.
Use
Everything
the
is
measurement
fucked.
tool, it's a lot easier.
Well, I tried to do that first and it didn't work. 'Cause it's
Oh.
laggy as shit. There we go. Alright, so it's laggy as fuck, but basically on the line that I'm drawing from Chance
Mm-hmm.
is it's pretty much pointing at the next square is where the Intellect Devourer is.
Oh. Yeah, I can't see it.
Hold on.
Wait, I see like two things. Are there two things up there?
Yes, they're supposed to.
Okay, I thought there was just the one.
Nope. Intellect Devourer and Mind Flayer, question mark?
Ugh. Oh, and I did use both my spell slots.
That's what I thought. You do have a thing, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta check. I think maybe it's a bonus action.
Yeah, so Brown, I'm looking I'm telling it to show me what you're seeing.
Oh,
And
I very
see,
lightly see one now.
yeah, I was gonna say I can see both the Mind Flayer looking thing and just the corner of the Intellect Devourer.
I see the Mind Flayer.
Oh, I can see it, but it's extremely
Yeah.
transparent.
Yeah, Chance is rarely transparent, too, to me.
I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know.
Roll20 is just fucked up.
Yeah, I just
Um,
barely see the thing up there.
Hold on. Let me turn off some of the bells and whistles for dynamic lighting, because obviously it's not really doing all that great. Kill all the advanced fog of war stuff. And yeah. How about
There
now?
we go.
Okay, I see them. Yes.
Okay.
Very
Yeah, so
darkly,
it
but I
was
see
the
them.
fog of war that was fucking us up.
Yeah, the one's there and then the other's there.
Yep.
Okay.
I should still be able to see them pretty well, though, because I'm 60.
I don't think there's like normal light over there. I think that's considered
Oh,
Yeah, it's dark, so you have dim light vision there.
gotcha. Okay, we're good then.
Alright, is there anything within like 20 feet of me to hide?
I mean, if you want to try and press yourself up into one of the like crevices in the wall, you could, but it's not great cover.
Would I be able to get in this?
You give it a shot. Again, the cover's not amazing, but it's it's putting some distance between you and the things. So
Oh, never mind. I can't. I can't see it down there. I will stay right there. I'll
Okay.
just shoot it normally. I won't hide.
all right.
Uh, that shouldn't have been an advantage. So it's still 21.
All right, and you are attacking which one?
Well, whatever the technically face thing is,
Okay,
it's bigger.
it's bigger. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, 21 hits, and yeah, you shoot, and the thing impacts, and it. I mean, it seems to feel it, but it's like you get the impression it would take a hell of a lot of these to take this thing down.
Oh boy. I guess that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Bungdo, who. See, I mean, he sees all that stuff going down. So. I think what Bungo will do is he will walk just over to the other side of Togar and just yell across the cavern, "I've had enough of this!" And he casts Blight.
Of course he does.
On the Mind Flayery looking thing. Do that.
Damn.
Needs to make a con save.
Should be.
It's
Isn't it like 17?
17. Yes.
12.
Oh, buddy, that's a nat 20.
Ooh, Jesus.
Oh.
Well, it still does, what is that?
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see, again, those of you who can see this thing somewhat clearly, see like parts of it almost beginning to like dry and flake off. It did more damage than the arrow. At least there's that. All right. Bungo just mutters under his breath, and brings us to Lilith.
Okay, I'm up. That thing's not dead, is it?
The Aboleth?
This thing right here?
The big
I
thing?
was just
Yeah.
about to...
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
dead.
dead.
It has
Okay,
a
yeah.
big hole in its face and
Okay.
is slumped back in the water.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot up at that thing in the corner then. Oh no,
Oh no.
Oh no!
it's low.
That's very
is.
low.
Yeah, it is in fact too low, and I think as you shoot your two blasts at it, it sort of like waves its hand, and you see the Eldritch blasts just fizzle before they reach it.
Oh, it's not impressed with it at all. Which one's the fake Togar?
This one.
Oh,
Can you guys still see the nameplates on both of them?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the one with quotations. That's Togar. I mean,
Okay.
you can shoot me anyway. I don't care.
Well,
care.
no, I don't think so. That's it.
All right, real Togar.
I'm going to. Where did Glenn make it to? Was it here?
Yeah, that spot that you just pinged is where he got dusted.
All right, 1, 2. I want to try to grab what he had. Like grab his armor, grab his weapon especially. And
Okay.
If I have to spend my action doing that, by all means, let me spend my action doing that.
Go ahead and before we get too far into this, make a perception check.
Perception.
He's saying you might not want to go into the water.
No, what that check was for, which you did succeed on, by the way, is to notice that as he disintegrated, so too did all the stuff that he was carrying.
Everything. Okay, so he just fucking straight up disintegrated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would I have noticed that from back there or no?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I'm having you make the check,
Gotcha,
because I don't want to
sorry.
make you like waste your turn.
Okay. Well, shit. I look over at the thing over there. I'm going to instead run this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I will bonus action dash, and I'm going to get to Chance. I'm just gonna touch Chance and cast invisibility on him.
Okay.
So, and I'm just gonna say, "Get him, Tiger." So I'm gonna go 7, 8. I think that's it, right? That's all I get.
How many squares did you? You said 8 squares.
Yes, because I had.
You get 10 if you're dashing, because it's
Okay.
yeah, it's your movement, which is 25, and then your dash, which is another 25.
Oh, okay. 9, 10.
You'll be running away.
So, and then I'm gonna get there, and that'll end my turn.
Okay.
Best part is I could just run past you and you wouldn't even know it.
Well, yeah, I cast invisibility on you anyway. So.
All right. It's gonna bring us to the Intellect Devourer, which is kind of just like standing by its master at the moment. Then the ooze people. You hear another like as they get sucked back down into the cracks in the cavern floor and re-emerge in such a way as to block the only visible entrance to this cavern.
Do I get an opportunity attack as it's being sucked down to the ground?
Sure.
Yay! I mean, it can't defend itself.
You get to slap slime.
The
Oh,
fact
and
that
slap it you do.
the fact that these things think we're gonna run kind of scares me.
Okay, so yeah, you hit it for a pretty solid hit as far as, like punching something that's flowing into a hole in the ground goes.
I'm very good at my job.
You can walk on water and you can beat the shit out of it too.
I don't think I would consider these things water. I would suggest not drinking them.
But they're a liquid.
Sometimes. Okay. So yeah, they shift back down and up and block the door as the footfalls that you heard before continue on. The mind flayer looking thing slowly begins to walk around the edge of the water. And this time it is going to ooh, this is fun.
Mm.
Spooky.
It points at Bungdo, and you see a gout of fire begin to appear in its palm as it sends 3 scorching rays flying through the air at him.
They all probably hit.
Let's see. Ooh, his AC is 12?
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, Bungdo is about as tanky as a wet banana.
All right, so yes,
Why
all
is he
three of them.
only 12?
He's
he
a
not have a
gnome!
shi-
What do you want?
Does he not have a shield?
No! Are
Why
you
doesn't
kidding?
he have a shield?
Why should he have a shield?
Because he starts with one!
Oh,
Or
that's
he
probably...
can!
Well, he probably didn't.
Oh.
That's an issue.
So-
We'll have to address later.
Yeah, so these three rays of flame converge on Bungdo as the thing just continues slowly walking toward the group.
At least he has hit points.
He is a tanky druid in that sense. Yeah, he's got some serious HP.
If he gets a shield, he'll be unstoppable.
That's why he doesn't have a shield.
Yep. Nobody tell him about a shield. We need to be able to take him down.
I think it's like you either get a shield or get a different weapon, so he probably just took other weapon.
Yeah, that would make sense. All right, and so as that's happening, and you see the room kind of briefly illuminated by that, you watch as another one of these things.
Oh, did
comes
that show
walking
me
out.
where things are? Because I can't see any enemies.
Stop being blind all the time.
It's true. Stop
I-
being human.
I can see
Yeah.
from here. Oops. I meant ruler. From like here to here.
Well, there are dancing lights that someone might be able to move if they were so inclined.
Well, I forgot. Also, I don't know if it's a bonus action or not.
I think you can just freely move them. Once you
So
have-
those of you,
It is a bonus action. My
you go.
bad.
those
Wait,
of you,
actually, I haven't used my spell slots because that's a cantrip, and that's like the only thing I did.
okay. But yeah, those of you who can see over there see that there are not one, not two, but three of these things slowly
I don't like
walking in from this hidden chamber off to the side. Maya, what are you doing?
I'm gonna yell out, where did they go? And
And you don't see it, Lilith give a whoops face.
like, can someone respond to me?
They're over here!
Like-
I just yell out, they're
I
over
mean,
here!
Yeah, like how are we? They're
Where
over
did they
there,
go?
and I point with.
Where did Trogdor go?
Dragons.
He did.
He did. He in the ground.
Togar. Which direction did Togar run?
You saw me run like... Initially, I would say you saw me run this way. And then I went this way, so I don't know if you can
I
see.
couldn't see the second one.
Okay, so you would think I'm over there, but I guess, can I make a sound and say I'm over here?
Sure.
Just to, like, reply.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Eric, I can't. There we go. Oh. Or how many of these can I move?
I can see. I can fight.
Ah. 7. Does one of these look more hurt than the other?
No.
Well, that's rude. Well, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take my light with me
Okay.
and attack the closest one. Gonna punch it.
Ooh.
Damn.
All right. Punch it, you do.
Maya's like, "Ah!" Boom.
Survival instinct kicks in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch it again.
Yeah.
And yeah, and as my bonus action, I'm gonna take patient defense, which means I can't punch again.
Okay. All right, and I assume that's it.
Yeah.
Gents.
Um. Hmm.
I gave you a free sneak attack. Use it wisely.
But something couldn't be surprised by me if it didn't know where I was at. Like I was invisible and I just appeared and attacked it.
So, like from a game mechanic standpoint, taking a step back for a minute, any attack you make from invisibility is automatically at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that would trigger your sneak attack for sure.
Yep.
But would it be considered surprise? Because that would
No,
give me an auto.
surprise is a condition that happens when you don't know there's going to be combat.
All right.
So that's like, when the bonus round at the beginning of combat happens.
I'm pretty sure they know that combat will happen, though.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
They could just think they're going to steamroll you guys.
I mean,
All right. I want to use my feline agility, double my movement speed with the turn.
Oh,
I'm going to run up to this one.
oh
It's so
Jesus.
cute how he kills people.
well, he's a tough kitty.
Going to try and attack it while invisible.
All right.
You.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So let me check. All right. So you run up and silently produce your dagger and just like poof out of your invisibility, already mid plunge, and the thing just sweeps an arm in the trajectory of your dagger and redirects it away from its body.
Nope.
Good.
With that, I would like to bonus action disengage and just run away.
Bonus action. Nope.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. Whoop, hi, Maya.
Fucking meow.
You just.
What a good kitty.
God.
Cover the map twice over.
Yeah.
That's on my turn.
I would hope so. Like a crack cat.
All right. Bungo is going to. He's going to cast Ice Knife at these things. Go level 3 on that.
He's fucking pissed.
All right, and so targeting the second Mind Flare in the ranks here, hits that one and does some damage for sure.
15 piercing. Right?
Looks about right. And then Dex save for all of them.
They will all fail. I have decreed it so.
You have decreed correctly.
I know things.
Do you drink?
No.
Less impressive then. Alright, and so he just like blasts this like ball of jagged ice at the second Mind Flare in the ranks, and it explodes like a frag grenade, just cutting into all of them. And then he promptly turns around and begins running toward the mouth of the cave with companions. And about there.
Run, little no run.
You just hear him just as he runs.
Yep. That's it for Bungo. Lilith.
Okay, I will. Oh, everyone left. Okay. I've been looking at the map. Okay, I'm gonna run over here. Just like that. I'm gonna move my lights.
Okay.
Oh
would you like-
no, they all have to be within like 20 feet of each other. I was gonna split them up. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I can't move my lights. Can you move my lights over those creepy guys there?
Which creepy guys where? The mind flayer looking
yeah,
ones?
there, over here,
Okay.
to the left.
The
Just so
creepiest
Maya
of
can
motherfuckers.
know that there are more creatures in here.
Okay.
And then I'll use my action to use the Pearl of Power, so I get a spell slot back.
Alright.
Even though I
Okay.
just remembered that I had one.
They ugly in the light.
I see other creatures now.
And that is my. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Togar.
I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm good here. Bonus action reload, turn, and you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna turn and fire right square at the face of Togar.
Okay.
Commit suicide.
And
Kill the
being that he
doppelganger.
is adjacent to Chance, sneak attack?
Mhm. Sure.
Sweet. I'm gonna say,
Okay.
I look better, you bastard!
I mean, if you didn't before, you probably do now.
Yep.
Alright, and you just... And, yeah, the blast, like, you watch as your own face, like, melts away
Mm-hmm.
and slowly begins to reform, just resculpting itself.
Oh,
I'll just
yeah.
kind of watch it and say, huh, so that's what that would look like. Okay.
You are unfazed by literally everything that happens.
I'm so shell-shocked from everything that has happened, like, nothing can amaze me anymore. Alright.
Alright. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. The Intellect Devourer just skitters along next to the lead Mind Flayer. And then the wall of people that has seemingly formed here Alright, so I think as fake Togar's face is like reforming, there's still kind of this like hole just burned through the center of it. This like tendril of ooze just like bursts forward out of it and lashes out toward Chance.
Eee.
Like Terminator style.
Yeah, but that's only an 11 to hit.
It does not.
Okay.
It tickles you.
Let's see. So yeah, it like just swipes past you, doesn't quite impact. And then let's see. I still need Chance to make a wisdom save, however.
Uh-oh. Not. Oh boy.
Okay. So, as you dodge the pseudopod that has like lashed out and missed your face, you notice that there is like a small black puddle of this ooze that's kind of coalesced around your feet. And I need to roll some stuff. All right. So you take 26 points of psychic damage,
Oh.
and you are memory drained until you finish a short or long rest, which means any ability check or attack roll you make, you have to roll a d4 and subtract that amount.
So it's like an anti-guidance.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm already rolling like poop.
Prepare to roll worse.
Then,
But wait, there's more.
but wait, indeed. The Mind Flayers pick up the pace. And I'm up to about here.
Not so close.
Leave me alone.
Get away from me.
Knew I should have ran away before we killed that aboleth.
And let's see. They all get to do some fun stuff now, I think. So, where do we begin?
We don't.
Oh, I think we do.
It's just the end. No need to cover it.
Oh, what?
All right. I would like everyone to make an intelligence save.
Oh no.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
What's Bungdo roll?
Let's see what Bungo rolls.
He rolled a 20.
Roll high, Bungo.
Just auto 20. Not
Yeah.
here, auto 20.
Yeah, that's the rule. Did we not tell you what the rule we made?
That's not
Oh
20.
boy.
Oh no.
Alright.
That looks like it's less than 20.
This is a minus D4 for me.
Let's see. Technically, it's not an ability check.
It's
So-
safe.
Well, it's still an 11.
Okay. So let me roll a thing.
Things don't need to be rolled.
Don't hurt us.
Okay, so everyone who got a 15 or lower takes 18 points of psychic damage
Oh.
and is stunned.
No. How do we stop being stunned? Is it just one turn? Or do we have to save for it?
Let's see. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Angry Drow is angry.
So angry.
I'm not feeling too good, guys.
Yeah. Okay. And so
Got that song stuck in my head, Laura.
What song?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Why? Who said
Don't hurt
that?
You said don't hurt me.
it's fair. All right. So then, as three of you just lock up, I think. Oh man, there's more stuff to do.
No,
So much more stuff to do.
Oh
TPK.
No.
Um. Yeah, I think the next one in line
no.
just it begins to gesticulate in such a way that suggests it's speaking, and you hear echoing in your minds. Cease your resistance, and you will not be instantly killed.
Very encouraging.
And then I think the next one says, "You need not all die in this situation." We'll leave it at that for now. Maya.
Okay, so here's some questions for you, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of reading yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there's these things in front of me. Do I know, are they actually, like, when we hit them, are they getting hurt, or are they not getting hurt?
So, as evidenced by like what you saw when Togar shot their Togar,
Yeah.
they seem to take damage, and then it seems to kind of reform. It would be hard to say, as I think you would know that an oblex is a singular entity from your research that you did. And I think you would know that they do have a finite amount of capability for such regeneration.
Okay. So I know that if we keep on attacking, eventually it won't happen again.
That would be a reasonable conclusion.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have other questions, or was it just that one?
Just that one.
Okay.
Do I still have patient defense activated?
How long does it last?
Take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn.
It just lasts for a turn.
I mean, does it?
Let's look at the specifics of dodge, because it could be until your next turn, or it could be until the end of your next turn.
Until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So it's not active anymore. You know what? I don't like this thing. So I'm gonna run all the way over here and take the opportunity attack. And I'm gonna take my torch with me.
Okay. So let's get that.
Where did you just
Get dodge
go?
attack.
She's inside of one of the mind flayer things.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm next to it. I'm not in it.
It shows
You
Oh.
appear very much to be in it.
Yeah.
Not on my screen.
You
Well,
are making
you
out
are
with the
broken.
mind flare, you dirty person.
Where did that come
Dirty
from? It wasn't there before. What the crap? Well, you can put it back now. Yeah, that definitely was not there.
Thanks, roll
Okay.
20.
You
Anyway, let me
nasty.
roll that opportunity attack real quick. So it lashes out, and I believe a 23 hits.
Yeah.
Say no. Oh, dang
You take 5 bludgeoning and 4 psychic damage for a total of 9.
Okay.
Okay, and you run up to this mind flayer looking thing.
And I am going to try stunning strike. And I'll spend my key point.
Alright.
And I will punch it.
Punch it. You punch it.
It's stunned.
Well, let's see. Because it definitely takes damage. And then it makes a con save.
Yeah.
Constitution. Even with the beefy mod it has, it rolled a 10.
Sorry.
It is
Okay.
stunned.
It is stunned.
Ha,
Stunned
that's what
AF.
it gets.
Okay, so I'm gonna punch it again. I get advantage now, right?
Isn't it
Yep.
auto crit if it can't move?
Or yeah.
Let's see. This would be considered incapacitated. So I believe.
Because I want to say they just had this come up.
Who's they? Your
Critical roll.
oh
Yeah.
goodness.
Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions, yeah. And then stunned is... Stunned creature is incapacitated, yeah. Just attack rolls have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack. It's a 21.
And that hits.
I'm gonna attack, and that's a 26.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna spend a key point and attack again. And that's more damage. So. Okay. How does it look?
Does its eyes?
Does it have eyes?
It does.
Um,
Big red ones.
That's
So
eyes, isn't
getting
it?
up close and personal like this and seeing it in the light, you can see this thing. It does seem to have eyes, but they seem shriveled, dry almost.
Would it be able to see out of them? I mean,
Maybe.
really, I just want to know how hurt it is, but we got distracted, so.
It looks hurt, but not anywhere near death.
Okay. Aha, I heard it.
All right,
Okay.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Chance.
I'm gonna make that intelligence saving throw again.
Uh huh.
Woo!
All right, so that is the end of your turn, but you are no longer stunned.
All right.
Good times. Now Bungdo gets to do the thing. Bungdo, do the thing.
You did the thing.
Bungdo did not do the thing. Bungdo
Oh.
fell short by 1.
Damn it, Bungo. Why didn't you do the thing?
Lilith.
Lilith, do it.
I think, Hey!
Yay, you did the thing.
Hey!
I did the thing.
Does she get anything for a nat 20 except,
She did the thing
we-
very well.
Maybe I get an action?
Well, actually, hold on, because I think there is something I should double check.
Ooh, yeah, because I got an at 20 on my first save, so...
No, it's
Wasn't it
not
not your
anything that
turn,
would
though?
affect. It's not anything that would affect Togar. But technically, this is something that affects the mind.
Oh!
And so a 14 plus 3 would have succeeded. So, Lilith, you have a full turn to do things.
Oh. I should have used my item, is what you're saying.
What, we should have applied
Or I
it.
should have remembered my item.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to move my lights down like 10 feet.
Like straight down on the map.
Yeah. Just in case Maya like drops her that fire source, whatever it's called.
Torch.
Torch.
A torch. Thank you.
Her fire
Fire
source.
source.
Don't worry.
Combustible object.
Um, and then I'm going to use this. Oh, what the heck? It doesn't have
yeah,
my thing.
all of the spells got screwed up. Just redrag it in.
You know I have an old sheet.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on. I'm just gonna look it up and copy it.
What are you doing tomorrow? I will come over and help you fix your sheet so we never have to deal with this shit again.
It's not me, it's Eric. He has to give me a new sheet.
No.
No, you can convert it, and then you just have to input all your info.
Okay.
Oops, I thought this was a lot bigger than that. Oh well.
That's fine.
How does the one next to Maya look? Does it look bad?
It is stunned and it looks kind of hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Oh shoot, were these the guys that were
That were what?
that were like regaining health?
No, that was the Togar down here.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on the one behind the one right in front.
So the one that's...
And I'm,
Okay.
Yeah, that one that's not
I'm
stunned.
gonna see if I remember how to... Yeah, I did it right. Hey, those were bad numbers.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so that is it for me.
All right. Togar.
Bonus action, reload, and I'm going to go 1, 2, and peek around Bungdo and say, "Smile, you son of a bitch," and I'm gonna shoot the stunned one.
Okay.
Don't leave me.
Boom. Oh, I didn't roll with advantage, so... Well, whatever, it's a 15.
All right. So either way, that just hits, and we'll take the first damage roll.
Okay, and then it gets that.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna go 1, 2, and step right back behind Chance. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Which brings us then to the Intellect Devourer. 1, 2, 4. Gonna run right up here.
How rude.
And I need Maya to make an intelligence save.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Oh,
Well, it's not.
Okay.
Maya is terrified.
Alright, so first I gotta roll some damage. You take 8 points of psychic damage. And what is Maya's intelligence?
11.
Okay.
You just got devoured.
All right. So, Maya's intelligence is now 0.
Oh!
You are now a
And-
vegetable.
And you are now basically just stunned until you regain intelligence somehow.
I think that's not good.
No, that's definitely not good.
Yeah, so I think Maya just kind of collapses where she stands in basically a coma.
Oh no. This is not good.
Mm-mm.
Then fake Togar is going to lash out at Chance once again. That is a pseudopod attack. That's a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And I need you to make another wisdom save.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You take 28 points of psychic damage.
Do I see this attack?
For what purpose, I guess?
Uncanny dodge.
What's the wording on that?
It's a physical attack.
So an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack. Oh, but
Well, it swings at you, doesn't it?
It's two different attacks. The one that he is getting hit by is a save.
Oh.
help me!
Yeah, how you doing there?
Scale of 0 to 75. I'm a 3.
Oh boy. All right.
Do we have someone with healing? Other than Bungdo? No, but other than Bungdo.
Nope.
I can heal myself.
Well,
And Chance, that D4,
Yeah.
that's now a D6.
Whoa!
All right. Then we go to the Mind Flayers.
Rude. That one's gonna take damage because it's an idiot and it's in my line.
Okay, roll idiot damage.
Wait, doesn't it that first time take the damage
Ooh,
at the start
that's
of its
some
turn?
really good roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean,
So
did it stay there during its turn?
it's when it.
Are you trying to talk me out of damaging it?
No,
Becca,
I'm
hey,
just.
Becca. When it starts its turn there also.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Like
Yeah.
when it enters or starts its turn,
It's both.
it's.
Yeah, I mean technically it didn't actually enter like it, but whatever. It's fine. So
We're gonna die anyway.
Becca, why do you want us to die?
Well,
do you
no,
want-
Eric's.
You-
Okay. I'm trying to get clarification because.
Okay, so the rule is, if it's one of those effects where it's like, you know, when it enters or if it starts its turn,
Yeah.
as intended and technically as written, is the casting of the spell is not going to automatically do damage. You have to wait until either it starts its turn or it moves in.
Okay. Because yeah, she rolled damage when she cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So you didn't count that.
I think I might have, but whatever. I'm not going to
Okay.
stress about it.
Okay. Because it's one or the other, and I want to know, because when I cast that spell,
Yes.
you told
Yeah.
me.
The answer is, yeah, the casting generally will not do damage until that turn starts. So whether it starts its turn in there or it moves into it on its turn.
Okay. Well, I know that. I can read it. It's.
Okay, then what was your question? Because I thought I just answered your question.
No, my question was if you took her damage when she rolled, because that's not when it entered its turn. Started or entered.
Yeah, I know. I did, and I made a mistake.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No.
Well, that ended that.
I don't care. make a mistake or not. I just want to know when I cast that spell what I should do.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, for your new character?
No, for Yoan.
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 That's not a name.
Well, you mean your character
Yes, it is.
who, according to the book, should be an evil NPC under the DM's control at this point?
Yes.
What? Tell me why. Is it a vampire?
We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. You could watch it and see how it all unfolds.
Nuh-uh, I could listen to it. That's different.
And besides, no, she couldn't, because it's not online.
Oh, not right at this moment, but it will be.
Anyway, so mind
It's
flayers
not a
and stuff.
podcast.
Whose brain's
So
getting-
anyway.
Yeah. So, what's fun? Lots of things are fun.
Brain Goblin, the stun person?
Okay, so the one in the lead kind of sweeps its hand in a motion across, seemingly across the mouth of the cave, and you all hear this dull hum begin to emanate from just behind the ooze people, for lack of a better term. The second one, which just took idiot damage.
A lot of it.
Isn't that first one stunned?
Oh, that was a lot of idiot damage.
Oh, that first one is okay. That's correct. So the second
Oh,
one.
hey, I goofed up and the lights are gone.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Well,
It's okay because I'm unconscious.
Oh,
You
well,
know, you're a
alright.
vegetable.
I mean, vegetables are unconscious too.
All right, so fine. The second one that just took idiot damage sweeps its hand and does the same thing, while simultaneously stepping forward out of idiot damage range. And then the third one is going to walk here. And project into all of your minds
Mm.
back down now, or there will be consequences. Chance.
I would like to disengage. Use my feline agility to double my speed. And then I'm going to scream, I submit, I'll be waiting in over here. And I run over to the corner, and then I want to go up into that room. And I will wait.
All right. Okay. Bungdo is looking very sour at this whole thing. And let's see. Like, I don't want to get Bungdo killed, so there's that. I think for the time being, he's gonna stand down. So he slowly lays the staff down, stink-eyeing all of them, and holds his hands up. Well, actually, hold on. He might not even get the chance to do that because he's still stunned, isn't he?
Yes.
So hold on. Bungdo could just be standing there like a statue.
Nope.
Okay. So we'll say he shakes it off, and like immediately, you just see the hands kind of go up. The staff like clatters to the ground. Lilith.
Okay. Lilith, like, had her hands up with, like, energy, coming off of it, ready to
Yeah,
Eldritch
like
Blast.
crackling.
And she begrudgingly lowers her hand and surrenders.
All right. Togar.
I see like a little shimmering thing that's just beyond them, don't I?
You
Like a wall
you
kind
might
of thing.
something to that effect. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash 1, 2. Well, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash again with my action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll say, as I'm running past, I'll say, I'm gonna go make sure Chance doesn't bleed out. And I'll just start running in that direction.
Okay. The intellect devourer seems anxious, excited even, about the prospect of possibly inhabiting another host soon. Sort of like an excited dog, it just sort of like paws at the ground and bounces, kind of wiggles a bit, but doesn't do anything just yet. The ooze people maintain their stations, and that the mind flayers say, follow your friends. And so Lilith and Bungdo are able to do that. The unconscious, comatose body of Maya is seemingly picked up with some sort of magical ability and sort of levitated back, following all of you into the room. And so as you are led into this formerly hidden hallway, into a considerably more crafted room than the kind of natural stone chamber that you were in before. You see it's a long chamber, and as you turn and make your way in, it's the most notable feature of it, about 10 feet from where you enter the room, is a large stone pedestal with a number of glyphs inscribed in the ground surrounding it and even leading up its structure. Beyond it, about 20 feet further into the room, is a large, rusty metal cage, inside of which you can already see one person dressed in tatters, kind of just huddled, knees to chest. You are, yeah.
As because I want to run in before them, like before the mind flayers get there, and I want to say to Chance, tell Blackwell we're trapped in here. There's mind flayers. We need help.
Am I able to do that?
If you aren't, I'm going to snatch it out of your pocket, and I'm going to do it my fucking self. So
Don't you be going through my pockets.
I'll go through your. I'll knock you out, bitch. You got like 3 hit points.
Do I have enough time to do this?
If you speak quickly.
Alright, I'll quickly pull it out. Say, Glenn's swimming with the fishes. Our entire group held hostage by mind flayers.
Okay. I think you just get back a single word. Understood.
Motherfucker.
He's just like, oh well, not my problem.
All right.
Put the thing away.
Okay. And so, like, what are the two of you doing as everyone else is being ushered back into the room? Like, there's probably a few last seconds before you hear
As
the.
he's doing that, I'm scoping out anything. Is there keys? Is there anything of note, like, to help my
Okay.
situation?
Make an investigation check at disadvantage because you are ass trying to do it.
Yes. You said investigation?
Yeah. Okay. So, looking around, there is the pedestal that I described that seems to be etched with something of a vaguely arcane nature. Behind you as you enter, like kind of on the wall that you enter through, there is a large shelf full of books of varying ages and persuasions, different types of content. Most of them having to do with types of magic, mostly necromancy.
Okay.
Kind of scattered about a number of tools, ranging in scope from almost like smithing type implements to, like, you see a chisel, a hammer, a few scraps of what look like carved gemstones, and kind of resting in one corner are a couple of silver like ingots, basically. Beyond that, the only other real feature of this room is the large rusty cage that sits in the opposite corner from where you enter. And I should point out that there looks like there's another exit from this room across from where you're entering. So, like, basically toward the southwestern corner of the cavern you were just in.
Alright, I'm gonna run to that.
Okay.
I'm too weak. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
All right. And so in doing so, Togar, you run basically between the cage and the kind of inner wall that is shared with the cavern. And yeah, you head over there and you poke your head kind of down the analog to the corridor that you would have entered the room through. And you see this like churning, shapeless mass of ooze and bits and pieces of human remains.
Huh. Just blocking the path, or?
Seemingly yes. And actually, go ahead and make a perception. See if you can pick up anything else. Yeah, it looks like there are a number of strands of ooze that are like projecting out from it into various cracks and openings in the stone here.
Alright.
And at about this point,
Yeah.
the others come walking in.
Can I get back at least to the other, so that I'm next to the cage, and I'm just kind of, just standing there kind of nonchalantly?
Let's see.
Like, I see an ooze, and I'm like, oh, can't go that way, and I'll just turn back and just kind of...
Yeah, we'll say you just barely make it back around the corner before everyone is led in.
Is there a bench nearby?
There does not appear to be a bench, no.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. And so everyone is ushered in to this room. And as the last of the mind flayers, accompanied by the intellect devourer, the levitating body of Maya, enter, the door slides up from seam along the floor, resealing this chamber. And a number of arcane lights seem to spring into being, casting a dull greenish glow over this long chamber that you find yourselves in. One of the mind flayers casts its gaze back toward those of you who are still conscious and able to move, and says, "Go and stand by the cage for now." Does anyone resist?
The one I'm standing by?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into the cage. Is there anything there? Like, is there like a hay bale or anything for bed?
There are a few scraps of torn clothing. Maybe, like little bits and pieces of whatever people would have had on them as they were brought in, but it's pretty sparse.
I would like to... is there enough to hide a kunai under? If I use Mage Hand?
Maybe. We'll say, make a sleight of hand check.
Alright.
Okay. So it seems that they are a bit preoccupied with the main group, and best you can tell, you have smuggled a single kunai in under a few torn bits of fabric that are sitting in one corner of the cage.
And from knowing what Lilith has said, I have completely cleared my mind of the fact that that's there, and I'm just thinking about, oh man, I hope Maya's okay.
Make an intelligence check to not think about something.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of a strenuous mental
Yeah,
thing.
no, I'm cool with that.
Alright.
It's kind of hard at first, but then I actually start really worrying about Maya. So.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they'd interject in this sequence, or are you just going to go stand over by the cage as directed?
Standing by
Lilith
the-
just gives them dirty looks.
Actually, Lilith, make a perception check.
Mm.
I think that's enough. Like, given your experience, these mind flayers are a bit different from what you remember. They seem, for lack of a better term, almost preserved or mummified.
Or whatified?
Mummified? Borderline mummified.
Okay.
And even the eyes have kind of shriveled, and you don't think they're functional eyes in the sense that a traditional illithid would have, and yet they still seem able to see.
Huh. Did
Just
they...
something- Go ahead.
Sorry, go. Well, after they leave the room, I'm gonna say something.
Okay, so for the time being, you stood over by the cage, and the three of them stand a bit across the room, in something of a circle, kind of facing one another, apparently communicating, but leaving you out of the loop. And you see them kind of gesture one at a time at the members of the party, and once at the caged human in the corner. And after a moment, they make their way over to the group of you. And one of them seems to produce a key from within its robes and unlock the cage. At that point, let's see, I think Maya's body is unceremoniously thrown in the cage, kind of propped up against one wall. Bungo, Kogar, and Lilith are kept out of the cage, but Chance is put in.
Oh,
During this time, I would have pulled a lockpick out of my Thieves' Tools kit and put it in my mouth.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Alright. That's fine.
All right.
So.
And so a badly injured Chance, a comatose Maya, and a virtually unresponsive but awake and alive human now sit in the cage. The rest of you are told to present your wrists.
Alright, present mine without saying anything.
Okay.
Lilith does not hold her wrist out. And
Alright.
she tucks it behind her. She folds her hands behind her back.
All right. I think one of them speaks into your mind and says, "Yes, this summons memories of home," and reaches out and touches you, and you feel a jolt of electricity course through your body as it uses shocking grasp on you.
Ouch.
You take 10 points of lightning damage.
She puts her wrists out. She spits on the ground as she does it though.
You see the kind of dull glowing red eyes and staring at you. But so the three of you are manacled. Your wrists chained. After that, your ankles chained. And then a chain run between the two pairs, so as to pretty severely restrict your movement, to the point that you don't think you could really get your wrists much above like belly button level.
Okay.
That's so low.
You are then dragged by the chains over to the area around this pedestal. And kind of arranged in such a way that you're equally distributed among the perimeter of this thing, or around the perimeter. You're then chained further to anchors that are pounded into the floor. So each of you is basically affixed to the floor now with almost no capability to really move or even adjust. And then once all this is done, once they're satisfied that you are well restrained, the Mind Flayers seem to have another telepathic exchange and return to whatever business it was that they were in the middle of conducting before you arrived. Each one of them opens a book and begins copying different arcane sigils onto the varying surfaces of the room, and a few more even onto the pedestal. And this is going to keep going on for another hour.
I take
2 hours.
Can I take a short rest and gain some hit points?
Yeah, you could do that.
Was it a short or long rest I needed to get rid of that negative D6?
That is either a short or a long rest, so the negative is no longer there.
Alright. Ew. Ew. Ew.
You're whispering those rolls?
I'm not even seeing rolls.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them either.
What?
No rolls.
Apparently, you're just rolling for yourself.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I rolled a 3, a 3, a 6, a 10, a 3, an 8.
I mean, no reason to lie about that. So
No. Yeah.
I trust you.
Judging by the original reaction, yeah, you're good.
Those 3s are all nat 1s.
Yep. I think we're in quite a pickle here.
Nice.
Mhm.
I have no more hit dice.
Oh, there we go. Now they all popped up.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
Okay, well, if they're gonna just friggin' stay here for quietly tell you guys.
You what?
Don't be too quiet, though, because you just cut out.
Yeah.
Oh. I quietly tell you what I noticed about them.
The fact that they're like
all friggin' their eyes are gross and
zombified?
stuff. Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
I haven't seen them before
Yeah.
like this. But also let me look at my notes that I took last week and
Can they brought Bungdo with them, right?
Yeah.
Me, Lilith, and Bungdo.
Yep.
I'll look over Bungdo and say, "Can you heal me?"
He kind of like pulls at the chains a little bit, trying to be quiet and delicate about it. And you see him begin to like kind of trace out the gestures that he would need to make to cast a healing spell. And then as he kind of like punctuates it with like one last little "Pah!" Nothing happens.
I'm gonna think about Mage Hand and try to cast Mage Hand.
Nothing happens.
So I think this is about the friggin' obelisk that died. I don't think it's relevant anymore. But it doesn't care about its body, but it wants us specifically. It just says
So that was what you read off of
The Abbot.
the Aboleth. Yeah, but bear in mind,
That was
it
the
was-
Intellect Devourer.
yeah, it was being occupied by the Intellect.
okay, well, yeah. But yeah, I don't think that it wants us specifically. I think is I don't think we had really known that.
Yeah, I don't think you made that known.
All right, and for funsies. Let me make a quick check here. All right. So I think at this point, one of the mind flayers turns and seems to notice the kind of ongoing hushed conversation that's been going on. And says, "Conspiring against us, are you?"
No, I'm just trying to get a little bit of healing.
You see the eyes narrow again. And it looks around at you, Lilith, and Bungdo. And it turns as though to say something to the other mind flayers. There's kind of a pause suggesting that there's a conversation going on. And after a moment, it stoops down and basically unanchors Bungdo from his place and drags him by the chains over to the cage. It shoves him in after opening the door.
Oh shit.
And
I was just gonna ask if I could just be standing there, up against the wall, kind of stretching.
sure. But I think like if you're within arm's reach, it would speak into your mind and say, "Back away."
My back's already to the wall.
So like you're intentionally away from the.
Yeah, just against the wall, like
Okay.
the opposite side of the door.
Okay. Yeah. So that's fine.
While he's busy, can I just whisper to Lilith and say, have Bungdo try to save Maya?
What?
And I'll kind of like look up, like towards my head, as if, and I'll look back at kind of you. Look, I'll look up at. I'm looking at your freaking hat. Use your hat. I'm not good at subtle gesturing.
Is Bongdo under their control?
No. No, I was saying since we both know what the hat does. I was saying tell Bungdo to help Maya.
I mean, I think Bungdo would help me anyways.
Yeah, like I'm just
yeah.
confused why he would need me to cast a spell on him if he could help her.
To tell him?
I don't think the thing does what you think it does.
I thought you could message. As long as you reach into somebody's mind.
I mean, you can, but like I'm saying, I don't think Bungdo's an idiot. I think he would help her if he could.
Okay.
Like, if you were dying on the floor in front of me, I wouldn't need Maya to say, hey, why don't you give him this healing potion?
Wait, are you telling me that person every disaster movie that says "do something" isn't actually helping?
Surprisingly, I don't think it is helping.
I'm just saying, there have been situations where things have not worked.
I mean, I also have to, like, use detect thoughts on him, so that might be a little invasive.
It might. Alright.
Alright.
I guess
So-
I could just message him just with my cantrip and ask him if he can help her.
You're gonna try to do that?
Yeah, and he can
Okay.
answer it.
Alright, yeah, you kind of turn and focus on Bungdo. And, you formulate the message and send it. Or at least you try to send it. It doesn't feel like you've actually connected.
Okay, so I just turn back to Togar. It's not working.
While this is happening, Bungo has been kind of shoved into the cage. The the other human clad in rags kind of looks up at the Illithid standing in the door of the cage, as though it's being, as though it's speaking to him, and looks around cautiously, stands up, and you watch as this person is pulled from the cage, which is then closed, locked, the key tucked away once again, and this person is now bound and basically replaces Bungo in the spot that he occupied around this pedestal. So, as the tracing of the sigils and all of that comes to an end, the Mind Flayers then put those books aside, produce more, and you hear, for the first time, they actually begin to vocalize. And who here, I know there's at least one, who here understands deep speech?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Common Elvish thieves can't.
It's not on my sheet.
Oh, that's right, because I think you used comprehend languages before to understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I could just cast it now, though.
Well, you could try.
I
not
could
gonna
try.
It's probably not gonna work.
alright, you try. Yeah, it doesn't seem to take hold. And so these
Little cusses.
these foul, incomprehensible, that's the word, words and phrases begin to spew forth from these creatures, and they perform an intricate series of gestures, incantations, changes of position relative to the pedestal. And this goes on, and on, and on, for a long...
At some point, I will say, if you guys need help, I'm pretty versed in magical stuff.
There's no acknowledgement of anything that you say.
I flick a playing card at them.
Just like reach down to your belt and like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were tied up. I still do it. You only need your wrist to do it. You don't need to put your whole to it. I just want to mess with them. They're being rude.
Okay. Well, they continue doing their thing.
Where are they looking at in accordance to the gauge?
So it varies throughout the different parts of the ritual, but they are pretty consistently arranged in such a way that, like, the captives are set up equidistant, at 3 points around the pedestal, and then the Illithids are situated squarely between two captives each at any given point. So one of them always has at least the potential to see you. It's at least facing in your direction. There is, a kind of a change from reading to incanting to gesturing. So I wouldn't say their eyes are trained on you at all times, but there's certainly the potential to get spotted if you're trying anything.
About how big of a gap of time would I have?
Like, say if something were to just not be looking for a moment, is that what you're asking? Or are you asking how long is this whole thing going on?
Like, how much time do I have for when they're not looking? Typically.
I mean, maybe a couple seconds.
Oh. Can I just ask out loud? Can I go to the bathroom?
No response.
I'll just shrug my shoulders, pull out my thieves' tools, and go to work on the pick. Or the clock.
Okay. Um.
Just the
See.
picture that's fucking hilarious.
Okay. Make a thieves' tools check.
Da-da-da.
All right. So you begin fiddling with the lock, and you again, it's kind of like a process that happens over, several short attempts, like little tiny bits of progress here and there. And I'm gonna see how perceptive this one is feeling.
I just
Alright.
want to say before, like, whether they spot me or not, I just want to get out of the cage and then sit down right outside of it. Just watch.
Alright. So, I think what happens is, yeah, you eventually do, with your concealed thieves' tools, pop the lock on this cage. And you feel that, like, satisfying click of the thing finally coming undone after probably 20 distinct, few second sessions of trying to pick it. And as soon as it does, there is a kind of whooshing feeling in front of your face as you look and you see that the mind flare that had its gaze in your direction seems to have noticed what you were doing, and there is now a slight shimmering distortion to the air in front of the cage door.
Aww. Can I, like, gently push the cage door open to touch this thing? Shimmering?
Yeah, so like the door opens out, and so you try and push it, and it's like an invisible wall, basically.
Oh. I shrug my shoulders and look sad and go back to leaning against the wall.
All right. Is there anything else that anybody would try over the next 3 days as this
Yes.
continues on?
3
Yes,
days?
I'm going to try to reach into my belt and pick the.
You're cutting out.
I'm gonna try to grab a lockpick from my belt since our arms are down at our waist,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to pick the lock on my hands subtly.
Okay. Make 2 sleight of hand checks. One for the getting the pick, one for the unlocking.
All right.
So you kind of get stopped after that first one,
Yeah.
and what happens is that one of these mind flares like down and sees you kind of fumbling with something, and first it reaches down, puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel the same jolt of electricity that Lilith experienced not too long ago, as it uses Shocking Grasp and hits you for 13 points of lightning damage.
That's more than I got.
And second, the thing's eyes narrow and it quickly addresses the others before breaking away from the ritual for just a few moments to remove whatever personal effects it can really find on any of you, barring your actual clothing. So that would mean like weapons, anything that would be like a storage vessel, so like a belt, a bag, all that kind of stuff is removed from your person and sort of thrown in a pile halfway between the pedestal and the cage.
Who did
I
they disarm first?
first would definitely be Togar.
Can I sneak a lockpick away?
Make a sleight of hand check.
I will put it in my keister if I have to.
Thanks for sharing.
I want to try to save my pearl.
Okay, all right.
I'll also put it anywhere that I have to.
God damn, just put it in your mouth.
I mean, that's obviously what she was thinking. I don't know where your
Yeah,
mind.
that's what I meant. Where were you thinking?
All right, I think you're both able to do that. So there is a lockpick and a pearl stashed away.
Do I still have my lockpick in my mouth or no?
Yeah, I think you would.
Okay. I'm just keeping it in there in case I get free.
So, can you describe the layout of this room again?
Yeah.
If there was a bird that could get out of this room.
Well, I don't think there are enough, or I don't think there are openings large enough for a bird to get out, but there are clearly openings because I think visible just barely like around the corner from the cage is this amorphous blob of ooze with bits of human remains floating around in it. And it
Okay.
seems to have tendrils like reaching out toward cracks in the stone. You think it's kind of puppeteering the ooze people that you saw before.
I do not like that ooze. Okay, so I am essentially just watching a opportunity that I could merge with Aletha and escape.
So I think I lost a really important word. Essentially, watching for an opportunity. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if they let their guard down at any point or what.
All right. Well, I mean, they are over the course of this ritual, like constantly, within like a 3 to 4 feet of two of you, each one of them. As the thing just continues to drag on and on. I mean, I don't think any one moment would look. You're welcome to give it a shot.
I'll go even if they have a chance to hit me, but like if I think that I could ever get past this weird ooze thing.
Okay. I guess the issue is that it seems to be able to reach into things that are only like an inch across. So there aren't any large enough openings for a bird to fly through.
I can squeeze real small.
An inch, though?
No. If I was a... What? The druid can't get away? He can't turn to a mouse?
I mean, there are other constraints.
Well, I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
Did they leave us our like food rations and whatnot?
I think there's like a bucket of
Oh.
of water in the cage.
Oh.
Not where I was going. But you are not fed. Those of you who are chained up or on the pedestal are barely given anything to drink, just enough to keep you alive.
You can
And-
survive 3 days without drinking water.
Yeah, you're pushing it though.
Yeah.
But can you survive 3 days without drinking? Alcohol.
Becca can.
Yeah, it's true.
Does someone give me water?
Aw, that was so sad.
I imagine Fungo would probably at least, be able to do that. Like, prevented from magical stuff, he can still cup some water and
Make
Yeah.
sure I don't drown.
yeah. All right. So 3 days go by.
Poor people were there chained to the floor, soiling themselves.
I mean, it's not pretty.
Yeah,
I'm-
why?
I
You
am
laughed. You like say, "Oh, I wasn't thinking of a bucket like that," but we do need a. Do we not have a bucket?
Nope. No poop
You're
bucket.
chained to the ground.
Oh, this is nasty. I can't even use prestidigitation. Oh,
I
man.
push my cheeks up against the cage and force it out.
Well, out pops your lockpick.
Oh wow! All right. um. So 3 days of this craziness, and toward the end of the third day, finally the gesturing and incanting and everything stops. One of them walks up, places its hand on the pedestal, and you see, appearing as though from nowhere, a large, like fist-sized amalgamation of a couple of differently colored gems, one purple, one green, seemingly held together by an attachment of pure silver. And as that one steps away, another reaches into its robes, producing an old, kind of partially rusted, beginning to just decompose knife. And it walks over to the human that had been pulled from the cage. Grabs him by the hair and slowly begins to drag the knife across his neck.
Dull, rusty knife.
Yeah.
Ow.
And it is a gruesome scene. I mean, you hear.
I don't.
You don't. You'll be fine after this. Uh,
No PTSD for you.
yeah. But no, you hear the end of this man, and you watch as something seems to physically leave his body as life fades from his eyes and begin to sort of waft upward. But then it is jarred back down toward Earth and in almost a funnel-like motion, kind of siphoned into the large gemstone object situated on the pedestal.
Does that thing look valuable?
I mean, it's basically a fist-sized thing made of emerald and amethyst.
I'm thinking about how I can steal it. Didn't even care about the guy getting his throat slit.
All right. Next up, another one of the mind flayers produces another knife. This one in slightly better condition. And walks up behind Lilith. Grabs her by the hair. Brings the knife down.
Lilith resist.
How so?
Uh,
Just start flailing around.
I don't know how else. I don't have a spell. I don't have anything. I can't do anything.
Punch them really hard.
I
You can't move.
I mean, I could definitely see a pretty fierce headbutt here, but
What do I roll for a headbutt?
roll a d20.
Ah!
So yeah, you kind of like flail back into the thing, maybe like knocking the hand.
I turned into a raven.
Okay. That work.
What with the manacles?
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I see it as, obviously it's your call, I see it as like her hands shrink to be like little raven hands, so.
You mean me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say that this works, and you shift down to your raven form. What happens next?
Oh yeah, 'cause he's still grabbing me. I shift back, but this time I can struggle more because I'm not in the.
I mean,
Valid, I suppose. All right, so yeah, it's like it's kind of fidgeting with the raven form, and you're like flailing around, and you see Lilith kind of begin to grow back into her normal state, and I suppose once that happens, basically going to try and grapple you. You're free of the binds. And so I need from Lilith either an athletics or acrobatics check.
I did it.
Disadvantage.
What? Why?
I'm exhausted.
Ooh, you know what?
First point of exhaustion.
Hey, alright, I got a 26 instead.
Not quite how that works.
That's how that works, right? Second roll count.
All right. So it does manage to grapple you, but I mean, you're not as vulnerable as you were before.
Just gonna post.
Hmm?
Just gonna post that in Discord.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Did
never
they-
keep Discord open.
did they empty out all my stuff too? Like the stuff I had on me?
Yeah, as they would have gone through and done that, they would have basically
Okay.
pulled everybody's stuff.
Yeah, I figured, but I was just not active.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so Lilith, you are grappled, and this thing is basically just going to begin knifing you. Actually, no, I don't think it's going to knife you. I think it is going to just continuously cast. So it's kind of a roll off here. So it grapples you, and then you are grappled. So what are you doing? We're basically in kind of like a one-on-one combat scenario here.
So should I just keep making grapple checks? I don't have like a weapon or anything.
Yeah, I mean you could try and escape, or you could make unarmed attacks at disadvantage.
What is that? Just my strength modifier?
And your proficiency bonus. You're proficient with yourself.
Okay. I mean that's gonna be 3 damage if I even. I'm just. Yeah, I guess I'll do that anyway. Uh. So does that be just a d20 plus 3?
Let's see. To hit, it would be d20 plus strength mod plus proficiency, whatever that comes out
I don't roll good.
to. All right. So yeah, you swing and kind of like is able to manipulate your body in such a way that kind of mitigates the impact. It shocks you,
Ouch.
and that is 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
The effects of a long rest if you don't eat while simultaneously getting exhaustion.
Are you trying to kill me?
No,
This is like the third thing you said.
I just want to know if your hit die back.
I mean, okay, so no, if you don't have food and drink, you're not getting a.
But we did have food and drink, just not a lot.
Well, you didn't have food.
You just
Well,
had
fine.
All right, so you just got shocked. It's your turn again. You're gonna try and break free. You're gonna try and hit it. Okay. You break free.
Hey, I run for the opening?
What
That's
opening?
blocked by the ooze.
Like, okay, again, just to paint the picture, so you're not running
Yeah.
into craziness here. Like, it looks like the same hallway that you entered through, except it's at the other end of the room, and where a door would presumably be, it's if there's a door there, it's closed.
Yeah. Do they have weapons on them or just friggin' ritual shit?
It doesn't look like they're armed, no. So probably, I mean, you would imagine the other one a knife yet. There is a pile of your whole party's stuff about 10 feet behind you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna run to that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up the first item I see.
Okay. So let's see. That would probably. What general kind of item? Like a weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. That would probably end up being
my
Maya's staff.
Yeah.
Is that finesse?
I think it's versatile.
Yeah, it's versatile.
That's
Oh no, that's
Oh.
sorry. That's
No, it's
versatile is just one or two hands.
Yeah, it's,
It is.
I don't remember.
Bludgeoning, isn't it?
The type is bludgeoning, yeah, but that's the damage, not.
But
the-
there's finesse or like what?
Right.
Just melee.
Simple.
Simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
No.
that's not what we're talking about here either.
No.
Did they ever relock that door for the cage?
It's versatile. That's it.
Yeah, so you can use it one or two handed, but no, you would have to use your strength mod to attack with it.
Okay, which is
I
zero.
don't have to, but you have to.
Right.
Okay. Did it like chase me when I ran for the pile?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'll just swing at it.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh.
Are the other two
Well,
watching?
that's a +3, so it's a 9.
Are the other
Not
two
gonna
watching
hit.
her?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, are the other two watching what's going on here too?
Yeah, I think so, but they don't seem to be stepping in.
All right, but they're watching her, not me.
Presumably.
All right, I want to try to spit the lockpick out of my mouth and into my hand and try to start picking the block if I can.
Okay. Sleight of hand check with advantage.
Okay.
I would like to do that to Bungo's shackles as well.
Okay. Same thing. Sleight of hand with advantage.
Just
All right. So, yeah, you both begin furiously picking away at your locks, and Lilith is like engaged in one-on-one combat with this mind flayer. All right, so I would say your picking is probably happening as this thing is making another attack. So I'm gonna
Okay.
do that. That is, ooh, that's a 27 to hit, so it's definitely gonna hit.
Oh my
11
God.
points of
Why is
lightning
it so
damage.
high? Okay.
And yeah, so then I think at that point, then Bungdo's shackles and Togar's shackles simultaneously, at least, let's see. I mean, these are multiple like devices, right? So you'd pick one, probably pick two. So we'll say, Togar, your wrists, I assume you'd go for first.
Yep.
Those are free.
All right. Do I feel
And-
magic come back to me at all, or no? Or do I have to take the legs off too?
I don't think you feel it yet.
Okay.
Okay. And I assume Chance is going for Bungo's hands as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So that happens. Lilith.
Do it, Lilith.
You might have magic.
Do I feel magical?
You might.
Do it. Use the pearl in your butt.
Am I what? Okay.
Just beat your cheeks and cats.
Oh my God. Okay. I wish. Oh, you know what I did?
What?
I didn't put Cloud of Daggers as enough damage. Oops. That's why I was like, why is that such low damage? Anyway, I'm gonna use Cloud of Daggers on it, maybe? And I did again. Did it work?
No.
Now.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. On roll 20, it didn't work.
Oh.
The spell. Fictionally,
Okay.
the spell happens.
Let me count. So, okay, yeah, because that's supposed to be higher damage than I did. That's supposed
Oh
to be.
Lord Jesus!
Hey.
Yeah, that's a little bit more damage.
All right.
Yeah, because I did it as a second spell. It's supposed to be at a 4.
Okay. So safe to say that these guys haven't had a long rest either.
But
They've
it
been a little
doesn't take
busy.
the damage, yet it takes it on its turn.
Right. Which is like next. So.
So they have exhaustion as well?
Actually, double check one thing. Because I was saying that more for the recovery purposes, but worth checking. This is an interesting little quirk to these guys.
They're immune to exhaustion.
Immune to exhaustion. Is that a thing? Oh my god, that's a thing.
They
What?
are. Are they really?
I shit you not, I will tell you the creature I'm using once we're
Oh.
this sequence.
I thought these were mind flayers.
They're not.
They're like mind flayers.
Oh,
Out of
okay.
character, I
Okay.
think they're hoons.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that
They're
is.
Exhaustion.
Hey guys, do you not want to know how many pages are on the D&D wiki right now? 666. This is a
Hey.
cursed night.
It is. It is. This game is of the devil.
Confirmed.
Yep.
Oy.
Alright, so it is the thing's turn. It takes a good bit of damage. And yeah, this one seems bloodied, to say the least. And it is going to keep trying to shock you, I think. Unless it's got something else more impressive it wants to do.
I hope
Let's
it
see.
misses, cause
Because this could be bad.
yeah.
Alright, let's see here. Yeah, it's just gonna keep zapping you. So then, that is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
You take 14 points of lightning damage.
Ow! Lilith falls to the ground.
Oh boy.
Guys, help!
Alright, so one more just. Lilith collapses. I think in that span of time, Togar, yeah, go ahead, make another sleight of hand check.
Me too.
Yeah, both of you with advantage.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Togar and Bungdo are now both free.
Did they ever relock the cage?
Yes.
Ugh.
I mean, the other one saw you pop the lock. I don't know
Yeah.
why it wouldn't relock the cage. Like,
How
it's like-
far away is the... So if I were to run over to the pile, just try to grab my belt, and then hightail it over to the hallway where the slime is, how far is that?
so from where you are right now to the pile is 10 feet, and
Right.
then to the you're trying to get up on the slime or just in that
Just to get in that general area.
Okay. So 10 plus 1, 2, 3. That'd be another 35 feet to basically be able to see the slime.
Okay, can I do that and still be able to have at least a bonus action?
Let's see. So you use an action to pick. You would run over with your move. 10 plus another 15 on your way to the hallway. So you could either have a bonus action when you get there. Sorry, you could either have a bonus action or get there, not both.
Shit. You know what? I'll just grab it and run over to the side of the cage and try to start bonus action working on the cage to unlock it.
Okay. Yeah, you could just barely squeak that out.
Okay.
All right.
Can I assist him since I've already unpicked it before?
We'll say you can head over and start beginning your attempt.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So Lilith has collapsed. This thing is standing there. It sees the blur of movement as now two of you, Chance still in the cage trying to pick, Togar outside trying to pick. Bungdo is up, and I guess I'm just gonna jump back into the same initiative order that we had. At that point, we'd be picking up from basically the end of Togar's turn.
Bungdo cast produce flame.
No, Bungdo casts Rhino. It breaks the cage.
It squishes me and Maya.
There is that.
It's fine.
Bungdo cast King Kong.
He casts
Bungdo-
Produce Ape.
Produce ape.
Yes.
Why aren't we level 12? He could turn into an element.
All right. So it is the Alhoon's turns. And
What is it called?
Elhoon.
Yeah.
Alhoon. Is that Spanish?
It is not. It is mine. All right. So the one that just dropped, Lilith, turns, sees all this movement going on, and I think on reflex it is going to cast a pretty gnarly spell.
Oh boy.
So, Hogar.
Yep.
Well, hey, at least you got this going for you. It's a dex save. So, make a dex save.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
Yep.
can I assist him?
Can I assist him in being dexterous? Okay. This is gonna get interesting. All right.
Becca, are you having fun?
I am coloring.
Oh, so
I'm thinking about new characters
Or when Lilith died.
for when Lilith dies.
For when everybody dies. All right. So it reaches out and okay. Reaches out toward Togar. And how many HP do you have right now?
34.
Mm-hmm.
0.
So it casts a familiar green ray and it impacts him. And you see a very similar effect to what happened when Glyn was hit with this attack.
Oh!
As Togar, his core kind of begins to turn ashy. And Togar, it's a familiar feeling in the sense that way back earlier in your adventuring career, and people were infected with like mummy rot. It was that sandy feeling on the inside.
Oh.
Except now it's all sand. And you can feel the core of your body beginning to kind of discorporate. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Take half damage.
Wait, what?
That's a thing. That is a thing you could do.
Do it.
Oh, I can evasion. You're right. You're right.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
That was a hard
God.
decision to make.
No. Like I've never had to use that ever.
Okay. So that changes things a lot.
You're not dead.
Well, that's good.
All right. So that's what, half damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my roll. Okay. So then that is only going to be.
Well, that's just an automatic effect. Evasion is. It's not really something like it's not an actual action, reaction, anything like that.
Oh, okay.
It just happens.
Well, remember to call it out.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
Wait, can you take half damage from succeeding on the dex save?
No, you take no damage from
You
succeeding.
take no damage, yeah.
No, I'm talking about for the spell itself.
I don't auto succeed. I just take half damage. So it doesn't matter what the spell says as long as I take half damage. Or as long as I fail, I take half damage. So.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm thinking of the other thing. No.
I failed it. I rolled a nat 1. There's no arguing out of that. I take
I'm
half.
not
Yeah.
trying to argue out of that.
Yeah, no.
You can argue on anything.
The
So-
base spell. If you, for example, if you do succeed, you take half damage normally, regardless of evasion. Because that's the only way evasion procs.
Let me check.
It has to be a dex save and something that would reduce damage by half if you succeed normally.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going well.
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Target by two. So, there is not a half damage clause on this.
No.
Oh no.
So he takes no damage. That's how that works.
So, same question. Is there anything Togar would like to say?
I mean, nothing I can say. Just tell my parents I'm sorry.
Okay. And with that, you watch as Togar basically turns to a fine gray dust and disintegrates to a pile on the ground.
No.
And as that happens, you watch the same kind of sensation that happened as the previous person was killed. You see this little silvery substance kind of drift upward and then promptly get pulled toward that large gemstone construct on the pedestal, seeming to funnel inside of it.
And I finished opening up this cage.
um, yeah, give it a shot.
Normal roll or
Yeah.
wait, is it sleight of hand or thieves?
I mean, either way is like ridiculous, right?
Plus 13.
It is a thieves' tools check.
Eee.
Okay. Yeah, I think you fiddle with it some more, and it doesn't pop.
I just look back to Bondo. I think we're gonna die.
All right, and it is Bungo's turn, and what does Bungo have to do here? So many options, but what is he going to do? Okay, so with his action, he reaches toward Chance and begins casting something. And Chance, you feel like Bungdo. I think he'll just say it. He says, "Don't resist." He is trying to polymorph you.
No, I don't resist.
Okay. And so he polymorphs you into a little green beetle.
Damn it!
That's the opposite of what I thought you were going for.
Well, I mean, Bungo doesn't want to get squished, so there's that.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking Chance was cage already.
Yeah, no. So you are a beetle, and he is going to.
Instead, beetle fly.
Yes, said beetle can fly. I think he's going to like basically hunker down in the cage, kind of for the time being, sheltering Maya in her unconscious form. That's about all he's got for the time being. So I don't think he's going to leave her. At least not yet. Lilith.
Death saving throw? Aren't you down?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yay!
Okay. So
Oh, I can just hit it. Oh.
yeah, you can. All right. Let's see. Togar's gone. Yeah. So the Alhoons then come back. One of them kind of grabs Lilith by the foot, drags her back over, and the next one
stinks real bad.
produces. The next one produces a dagger, and this time with very little resistance, you watch as that knife is drawn across her throat. You see not a silvery phenomenon leaving Lilith's body, but a black one. And it hovers up, and there's a visible struggle between opposing forces as her essence seems to resist being drawn into whatever the crystalline thing is sitting atop the pedestal. But eventually it is slowly dragged, angrily shifting in size and shape until it is enveloping the thing. And the pedestal, the thing on it, everything seems to shake, tremble before, in one quick moment, that black cloud that's descended over the hunk of gemstone and silver condenses down into it, and there is a brief moment of silence before it explodes. And that's where we'll pick it up next week.
Ooh.